Welcome on board. This way.
Thank you for choosing British Airways for your flight today. I sincerely hope you're going to enjoy your time with us. Working with us on the flight deck, Senior First Officers Graham Clark and Jen Smith. Cabin Service Director Neil Kemp and his colleagues will be looking after you throughout our journey cabin service. However, primary crew responsibilities will of course be safety and security. Please help us to fulfill those responsibilities by paying undivided attention to a safety video demonstration Neil will play to you as we taxi up for takeoff. This safety video will only last a few minutes, but provides comprehensive information on safety procedures. On the subject of safety throughout today's flight, I ask that you keep your seatbelts fastened at all times you are seated and on the outside of pillows, blankets and coats, making it easy for our cabin.
We're now going to explain the emergency procedures on this British Airways aircraft. The captain and the crew are here for your safety. It is important that you pay attention and follow instructions carefully. First, check your seatbelt is securely fastened. Insert the metal tag into the buckle and tighten by pulling on the loose end. To unfasten, simply lift up the metal flap on the buckle and pull apart. You'll find the seatbelt sign in the panel above your head. When it's on, you must fasten your seatbelt. We'll provide extension seatbelts for infants. We suggest you keep your seatbelt fastened and visible during our flight, even when the sign is off. Your life jacket is either beside or underneath your seat. To use it, take it out of the container and place it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist and tie them securely in a double bow at your side. Inflate your life jacket when you leave the aircraft. We will supply life cots for babies and life jackets for children. In the unlikely event of the aircraft having to make an emergency landing, you'll be told to take this protective brace position. I'll explain how to leave the aircraft in an emergency.
Left is
Move
clear,
quickly
right
to the
is clear.
closest usable exit, taking nothing with you. High-heeled shoes must be taken off as they may tear the evacuation slide. Emergency lighting, including floor-level lighting, will help you find your way to the exits. These are clearly signed. There are 2 exits at the rear of the aircraft and 2 at the front of each cabin section. Your crew will now point out the exits nearest to you. To open the doors, move the handle in the direction of the red arrow. Opening the doors automatically inflates the evacuation slides. The slides can also be inflated by pulling this handle. Jump onto the slide and move away from the aircraft. If the aircraft has landed on water, these slides detach to Attach your life jacket by pulling the red tag. If necessary, blow into this mouthpiece to top up the air. The life jacket is fitted with a light and a whistle. Your oxygen mask is behind the panel just above your head. If the cabin air system should fail, this will be released. Stay in your seat and pull the mask towards you to open your supply. Please note that the bag does not inflate. Place it over your mouth and nose and adjust the band to secure it, then breathe normally. Do make sure your own mask is correctly fitted before helping anyone else. In some areas, you release the mask by pulling on this coloured streamer. If you're in a Club World sleeper seat, you may need to reach through the dividing screen to devices, including mobile phones, must be switched off, and all headsets must be removed whenever the engines are running on the ground during takeoff, approach and landing.
It's traffic paper 77 Golf located on the 0 on the left.
opportunity to welcome you aboard our flight, ladies and gentlemen. The captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign, indicating that we are now at cruising altitude. You are free to move about as necessary. However, we do ask that when you are seated, you keep your seatbelt comfortably fastened for your safety and that of those about you. We're expecting a smooth flight, so sit back, relax, and enjoy our hospitality.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, now well into our descent. Go fasten seatbelt signs have been switched on. So if you're moving around the cabin or using the washrooms at this time, we'd ask you now to return to your seats, ensuring any hand baggage you may have moved during the journey is placed either underneath the seat in front of you or in the overhead lockers. Your tray tables should be folded away, seat backs in the upright position, seatbelt securely fastened for landing. If you continue to use small handheld devices at this time, however, if you're using a laptop, these need to be placed into a seat pocket or overhead locker. We'd also ask you at this time to familiarise yourself with your nearest emergency exit.
Okay, have a troopers to your seats for landing.
Welcome. You may now turn on your mobile phone. Quarantines remind passengers that certain fruits, vegetables and plant material may not be brought into this state. These items should be placed in the bins located in the airport. Quarantine detector dogs also operate in some airports. Bags will be available at a designated city flyer baggage carousel on the ground floor. Please check the screens in the arrivals hall for your carousel number. For those of you continuing on another domestic flight, please check the screens in the airport for your next departure gate. For those of you joining an international flight, please make your way to the upper level of the international terminal for your departure. For Jetstar flights, you'll need to collect your bags and proceed to Jetstar check-in. Take care in opening lockers as bags may have moved during the flight. Once the seatbelt sign is off, you'll be leaving through the forward door. Before you leave, remember to check your seat and seat pocket for any personal items. Smoking is not permitted whilst disembarking and throughout the airport. Although we're on the ground, we still want to make sure you are safe, so please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until Captain turns off the seatbelt sign. On behalf of Qantas and the teams, and thank you for choosing to fly with us. We hope you have enjoyed the flight, and we look forward to seeing you on board again soon.